Once again, another wonderful episode of Garo. This episode just does not disappoint. Like last week, it was amazing. This week's episode, that CGI fight was on point. Damn, that fight with the CGI, with Bernardo versus Herman, oh. That was amazing. Just straight up amazing. Like, oh. That CGI fight was probably the best CGI fight in the series thus far. So far from this series, from this episode, that was the best CGI fight. Because, hands down, the way that fight was done, the way it was orchestrated, and the way the music was handled in the background with the color palette of the backgrounds, oh, it was just amazing. It was just so freaking good. That was, honestly, that soundtrack, oh, I need that soundtrack. I need that soundtrack to Garo now. After hearing that song, that choir-type song in this episode, when Bernardo and Herman started fighting it out on their freaking, like, horses, like, Makai Knight horses or whatever, I was like, dude, I need that song. I need that fucking song. So, before I dive into this episode, I actually want to talk about something real quick. If you did not know, Garo has been announced for a Season 2. There is a Season 2 that has been announced for Garo, so you should expect that. Now, I don't know necessarily when Garo Season 2 is going to be coming out. I've just heard from fellow Chibits that there is going to be a Season 2 of Garo. So, if any of you actually know the release date of Garo, for instance, the upcoming Season 2 of Garo, please let me know in the comments below. If I'm correct, this series right here, Garo Season 1, is supposed to be 24 episodes, if I'm correct. I think I'm correct. This is supposed to be like 24 episodes, and then Season 2, I don't know how many episodes that'll be. So, that's pretty amazing. I mean, that's a lot of episodes. And so, whoa. I've heard a lot of Chibits telling me that the Japanese really love Garo, and so it gets a lot of respect. So, I'm guessing this is why it's going to be getting 2 seasons, and I'm guessing the first season's 24-something episodes, and then the next season, I'm guessing, will be 12 or 24 episodes. So, we'll just have to see where it is, but if you have any information on that for me, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know when Season 2 will air. But anyways, getting on to this episode of Garo. So, I have to commend Herman on one thing. The way he sat down in front of his old friend that wanted to fight him, Bernardo, and he just sat down, jabbed his, like, freaking swords into the ground. And he's like, I'm not gonna fight you until you let me know what happened. Like, what happened after that night and all that. And I love it. I love Herman's determination of how he allowed himself to get hit by, like, a freaking cross stone from the ceiling that crushed his head in. But he was fine. He didn't bleed or anything. But, I mean, he stood by what he said. He was not going to give the fight Bernardo wanted unless he let him know exactly what happened. And from what we find out, now, I don't understand exactly what happened, so I don't know if that was because they decided to skip something, or I wasn't paying attention to the real fine details of the series or not. But from my perspective, as an anime-only watcher being introduced to the Garo series, it looked like Bernardo turned into a horror. That's exactly what it looked like. I mean, the way his body just evaporated in Herman's arms at the end in the middle of this episode, the way he just evaporates and his weapon evaporates and all that, it looked like he was a horror because, I mean, we saw horrors have the similar thing happen to them. Like, they just, like, corrode and they disappear. And that's what happened to Bernardo, so it kind of makes sense since technically in the flashback with Bernardo, he was dying. He was completely dying. He was stabbed. He was shot with arrows. And I have to commend the man. That was like a freaking Lord of the Rings type move. The dude was shot in the fucking chest, shot in the legs. His hand was cut off. And he was still fucking standing. And he was still alive talking to freaking Mendoza. Until Mendoza burnt him alive, turned him into a skeleton, and then put skin back on top of him, which was pretty fucked up. It really was. But the thing was, is I have to commend Bernardo. He has a lot of will to stay alive. That's just one thing I will say. But from that flashback, when Mendoza shot him with that fire, and how technically Bernardo evaporated, like all his skin, blood, veins, everything just evaporated. You saw a skeleton, and then all of a sudden you saw skin come back on him. It made me think that maybe Mendoza, either A, he turned him into a horror, or B, he brainwashed him. Like, he killed him, revived him, I'm guessing, like, with necromancy or something, and then he brainwashed him and controlled his personality, because judging from the way Bernardo's personality changed, like, his personality did a complete change from the two aspects at that moment, and especially at the end of the fight with Herman versus Bernardo, you see it to how, like, his old personality comes back, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, how's Anna, and stuff like that. It's like he wasn't aware of what he was doing, so I think he was just under a mind manipulation. He was being controlled, but he was still a hollow at the exact same time. Most likely. Now, besides that, the other parts of this episode, you have it to where Mendoza, pretty much, he summons a horror out of this giant-ass gate he has in the castle. Like, underneath the castle, he has this giant-ass gate, mirror-type thing. This horror's coming out, and the only reason how it was able to come out from the Makai world was because Mendoza kind of baited it to come out with all the corpses and blood he's been having underneath the castle for so long. For instance, last week, in the last episode, with all that blood going through the floor and stuff, how we saw it leaking down into a drain, it was because of what Mendoza was trying to do. He was trying to accomplish to where he could summon this creature. Now, necessarily, I don't know how strong this creature is. I don't know exactly why Mendoza wanted to summon this creature besides killing humanity, but we'll have to find out exactly what it is in next week's episode. Also, Herman gets stabbed in the heart. Like, he was clearly stabbed in the heart area, so is he gonna live? Like, is he gonna fucking die, or is he gonna live? I mean, I don't know how to take that at the end. I mean, he got stabbed pretty much in the heart, so I don't know if he's going to live or not. So we'll have to see also next week. Overall, a good episode of Garo. I loved it. CGI was the best it has been in this series thus far. Animation was on point. Music was on point. Voice acting was on point. It was a damn good episode. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe. Chibi out.